Hello everyone, this is Sheldon from Shell Rock Art. Welcome to my channel. I am in a good mood today. I want you guys to see something. Look what I just got for the first time. I got my set of 12 primary elements. So I'm not going to use these yet. I just got them today. So look out for something good in the future. So what I'm going to be doing is a bloom on this hexagon canvas. I just wanted to, I think I'm going to like these colors. I have this violet, but I added a little touch more red to it. And it almost gave like a plum-like appearance. I don't know if you can see that, but it looks like a plum-like appearance. I have gold. This permanent green and dioxazine purple for colors, and then I'm going to use a turquoise and a yellow cell activator, and they're just, most times I've used just water, but I just wanted to make sure that the cells had a little bit more structure to it. So I used US Floetrol and water. So I just thinned down the US Floetrol and it worked perfectly on my test tile. So we're going to put some Glidden Essentials down. And this Glidden Essentials was an Oops paint. It has a little greenish tint to it, as you can see, but I just want to use this up before I go back into my white. Okay, I think that's enough of a pillow, and I don't like to lose a lot of my design, so I'm going to spit it out just a bit, and then I'm going to pour out the colors. Let me use my X-Acto knife right here. I got this one little piece I want to get off. That's stuck on it. Okay, good. So, yeah, a little touch more in the middle. I just don't want to have all these lumps in there, and make sure that everything comes out okay. All right. So we put him in the center, so it can be a little more level. Because I think if it's off center, it kind of goes like concave. So I think a lot of the paint slid the last time because of that. So I finally got it level again. Let's see how it works out. So first color, like I said, I'm going to take this plum color. And I always line my paints up in order. So that I know what order I'm putting the paints in. It makes it a whole lot easier to try to figure out the order I'm going to layer them down. So I got the plum color. Then I have gold. Then I have the permanent green. And I'm not going to use as much of the dioxazine purple, maybe just 1 spoonful of that instead of 2. Just want to use it as a backdrop for the other colors to come through. I should have even drizzled it, but that's okay. This is fine. So now for my cell activators, and that's my turquoise blue light and Amsterdam yellow. So need high fan, cool temperature. While that collects, I'm going to grab my straw. Got some nice looking cells here. It's always one area that the first area tends to blow out more cells as I come around to the other end. Most of the cell activator has already been blown around until this last area here. So okay, I'm gonna let that collect. Any funky shapes that I need to swirl around? No, I'm gonna leave this one alone. So just let me let that collect for a second, and then I'll spin her out. I love this right here for some reason. If I had gotten it like this little spot all over, it would have been perfect. But I think it's going to lighten up as the paint spread out all through here. I want to let that all that yellow and all collect together. I'm going to be patient with it. Give it some time to collect all back. This is not my pigment cell activator. This is the normal one I use with the Amsterdam paint. But I'm still happy with the colors. All right, so let's give it a slow spin and see what we come up with. I think that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be giving it slow spins gradually until I get enough paint off. If I spin too fast, the cell activator, the webbing part, gets these little darts. That's what I refer to them as. Gets these little darts into them. See, all this starting to lighten up now. So you see how I take my time with it. I'm not messing up the shape of my cells and lacing. Take a look at it. Just this little spot right here. I'm gonna just try to see if I can get that last little piece off and call it a day. Did it come off? Yes, and now it mostly came off. It's almost gone. One more spin should do it, but not too fast. Yep, that's what it did. The one last spin. All right, so let me wash my hands off, get you down for a closer look. But I'm very happy with the way this turned out. So. As far as the recipe goes, for the colors, I just used the same Bloom recipe that most of the artists have been using. A 2-to-1 ratio of untinted house paint, deep base or base C, with 1 part of Minwax polyacrylic clear varnish. And then after mixing that, I use a 1-to-1 mixture between that and paint. And then I will adjust the consistency if I need to with a drop or two of water. And then as far as the pillow, that's just the house paint. But I didn't measure what I used for the cell activator. I just added the Floetrol to the colors, like 2-to-1, and then I just thinned it down a bit more until it was a consistency where it leaves barely a trace. But that's it. I just wanted to make it a little bit thinner than the colors so it can sink down into it and react. So let me get you down for a closer look. And that way you can see how, well, let me get my fingers out the way. I'm holding the wrong end. Sorry, but you see how I love the way those cells are kind of like light in the center, but it has like a little edge to them. And between the yellow and the turquoise blue, some of this lacing has turned like a actual true green as opposed to turquoise. And you can still see some of the yellow in the webbing going through there. It's a lot of lacing and a lot of cells throughout this whole thing. It's got this little wispy area up here where some of it's stretched. That's the area that didn't blow as many cells because that's the last direction that I blew. But right across and all over here is really the first directions that I blew. So that's where you got so much. So I blew here first and I worked my way around, and the cells get less and less until I come here. So that's how the cell activator kind of worked. So let me take you back for another look, and that's it. So if you like what you see, please hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. And thank you for watching. Have a very good evening, and please stay safe. Good night.